the Unaspiring Rapper Podcast. I'm your host, Preem, along with 210 West. What's good?
Huh? What's cracking? What's going on?
Shit, you know, dealing with this Wi-Fi and this connectivity issues. We need to deal with Spotify or something, man, so
I see you jumping now.
bypass this. So, man, we talked about snitching yesterday's podcast. I got a lot of people calling me asking me about that snitching shit. They were asking for more scenarios and shit. So it's crazy that people need a verification of what snitching is.
Right. I thought we broke it down pretty. To the last compound. It's pretty easy. I don't know what other situation. Did anybody give you another situation that they wanted to know about?
A nigga hit me. I'm not gonna say his name. He said, "What if your homeboy got a hustle? He done made $4 million, and you did it one time, and you made like 5,000 only, and you got caught, and he still scot free with his $4 million." I said, "Well, if you're going by the rules of the game, you can't say anything. So it's gonna suck. It's gonna hurt like hell."
Yeah. Why didn't your homeboy hurt like hell? You heard me?
But if the homeboy got $4 million, he shows to be paying some legal fees to help that time come down a little bit.
If your homeboy got $4 million and y'all was rocking together, you should have more than 5,000. Your homeboy don't like you too much.
He brought you on late, right?
Right.
He brought you on way late. I guess he wanted to make sure that the hustle was foolproof before he brought you.
Play was right.
Like, yeah, $4 million is working. Come on, my nigga.
I made it now.
But on some non-joke shit, that would have to hurt though, huh? You just started the hustle the first time, your nigga been hitting the lick for 5 years, and you get hit the first time.
Yeah, I mean, I would have to ask more questions on top of that. Like, whose fault was it? How'd you get caught on the first go and your homeboy been running the play forever?
Right, how you been doing this shit forever, nigga, and the play been getting completed, but when I do it, nigga, to do
right,
this,
so why when you hop on it's fucking up?
I'm running and everything.
Right.
Exactly. But you know what? At the end of the day, no man knows what he would do until he gets put in that position. You know what I'm saying? Because niggas can talk and talk. I'm sure T.I. was never thought he'd snitch.
We gotta find that paperwork. Cause like I said, that Crown Prince shit, I didn't see a second one on there. They did that one episode.
Like we said, the snitching doesn't always make the paperwork though.
Right. But why did that shit stop after one episode?
True indeed. Yeah, that's the part I really don't understand is that it's just the year and the day, man. That part does not sit right with
me. He did the Crime Stoppers, so they cut him a deal. They said, look, this commercial can take it. You do this commercial for us, and we'll take care of the rest, Mr. Harris.
All for a commercial, right? They could have just paid a nigga. They could have just paid a nigga some money to do that one. Like, that's just too much time to get cut off, bro.
Yeah, that's wild. A year and a day with all them goddamn guns as a felon.
In other news, we're talking about, what's her name? Jaguar
Wright.
Jaguar Wright. Now, what's the deal with her? Is she losing her mind? I'll be honest, I don't know much about her. I had seen the name a couple times over the years, but I actually assumed it was a man. I didn't think it was a woman, to be honest with you, when I seen the name.
Yeah, I used to see her name back in the day, but I didn't know if it was a male or female or any other gender for that matter. But yeah, she came out and she accused Common of sexually assaulting her. Said that Black Thought doesn't write his rhyme. And I forgot who else she brought up. But those are the two that stood out. and it looked like she's a little. Oh, told Summer Walker that she looks like she's been molested, and she could see her pain. And Summer Walker fired back at her like, "Bitch, I ain't never been touched. So I don't need what you. I don't know what you seeing, but leave me out your shit, you nutty bitch."
Hmm.
So it seemed like I think she's a little off.
How old is she? Would you say in her 40s? Gotta be.
Yeah,
And
because
she's fucking with Common, and she's comparing herself to Erica Badu. She's got to be in that age bracket,
right,
right?
she has to be in their whole little era.
Huh. That's crazy.
But even watching her talk, she seems like a couple baskets short of a picnic.
Have you took the chance to go back and listen to her music to see if she even has anything dope?
Nope. I didn't. Nah. That accusation didn't make me say, "Let me go check out that discog."
In other news, Ron Jeremy's been charged with 20 more counts of sexual assault.
God damn.
I ran
That's
into Ron Jeremy in Hollywood one time and got a picture with him on some fan shit, to be honest with you, but I might have to go ahead and delete that picture.
that's that's scary to be in that situation when you have a history of just porn industry.
So, like, you've been seen in action, right?
Right. But then
You know you have.
it also makes me ask, why would he have to do that if bitches would just fuck him because he's Ron Jeremy? So
Damn, that's crazy, man. To be a porn star and be accused of sexual assault.
right. It kind of sounds oxymoronish.
It does.
Like this
It
nigga
does.
he gets pussy for his job.
Yeah. In other news, Media Takeout had an article this morning saying that Kanye West is in cahoots with the Republicans. Is that news?
With who?
Kanye West is in cahoots with Republicans. Is that news?
Wouldn't be news to me.
I mean, of course he is, right?
Did you hear what party he's running under?
I forgot I did hear it though. What is it?
The birthday party.
There you go. There you go.
Niggas off his rocker too.
You remember that time when TMZ was following him and his wife, and he hit his head on that street sign?
Hell yeah. That shit popped up on his ass.
He's never been the same since he hit his head, bro. Go back to that time.
Nah, he ran dead into that shit.
Look, that shit knocked the sense out of him. He's never been the same again since then, bro.
All because
all
of
that
TMZ.
shit is before. All that shit was before Houseway and all that shit.
Yeah, it all happened after that.
So I truly believe that Kanye done lost his rocker, man, along the way.
Ron Jeremy.
Ron Jeremy, man. I think I told you we were talking about.
Born in 53.
He's only 53?
Born in 53, my nigga.
Oh, I was gonna say, nigga, if he's only 53, god damn.
That nigga's like, that makes him what, like 67, I think.
In the 50s, something like that.
But yeah, what was you finna say, my bad?
I forgot, but just Ron Jeremy, though, that nigga's nasty, bro.
He looked nasty.
He looks like a homeless person. When I ran into him in Hollywood Boulevard, he was straggling down the street by himself on Sunset. And ironically, I was in West Hollywood, because that's where the Key Club, which is scale Hollywood clubs are in West Hollywood off of now. West Hollywood, as you may not know, because you ain't from Cali, that's also the gay capital of Los Angeles too, right?
Okay.
See where I'm going here. So he's walking down the street by himself. We in the club. We leaving. It was a show. I think it might have been time we went looking for oh boy. Anyway, make a long story short, as I'm walking back to the car, a Porsche pulls up on the street parking. Two white guys hop out the front. Light-skinned black guy walks out the back with a Compton hat on. I look at it again. Kid from Kid and Play, right? So I'm like, fuck it, I just take a picture of Ron Jeremy, like, Kid, what up? I was faded, what up? We took a picture, whatever. And what time ago, get back to my car, so I go, wait a minute. The kid from Kid and Play just hopped out of a Porsche, out of the back seat with two white guys in the front in West Hollywood and walking to the apartment. So, that's probably for another episode, but it was a trip. So that night I saw Ron Jeremy, because I saw your boy Kid, who you look like a little bit, except your hair is down here. That nigga shit, was up here. But other than that, and niggas little though. The niggas like wasn't as tall as I thought he was. Wouldn't you think that he was like very tall based off of the movie's House Party?
I think he closer to 6 foot something.
Definitely not. Definitely nowhere near that. Probably about 5'8", 5'7", probably. Which means that Play was even smaller.
Mm-hmm.
So I used to like that movie. They need something like that new again.
They should, and not try and do House Party 4. Because that shit was ass. I think they was good up until House Party 3. After that.
wasn't Immature in one of them?
You cutting out. What'd you say?
I said, wasn't Immature in one of them?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They could have left that shit alone. I like.
Was dope. 2 was dope. We left went to school. 2 was hella dope.
Yeah, 2 was hella dope. Yeah, 3 I like too.
They even did a movie called Class Act. Remember that one?
Beforehand. Or that was before House Party 1, right? Yeah, so it was 4. They had 4 of them things. You cutting out real bad.
So the shit was dope. What was that?
You cutting out real bad.
Okay, yeah, you are too a little bit. The House Party shit was dope. I used to want to be Play. Play seemed like everything kind of happened for him without trying,
Yeah, I heard he gave himself up to the Lord.
Oh, that's right up.
So that's why him and Kid don't really tour no more. But that's what I heard in a recent
interview. That happened with like Salt and Pepper. That happened with like Salt and Pepper back in the day too. One of them chicks that gave herself to the Lord. So it's crazy. It's crazy because when you think about that, you have to be careful with what you put into the atmosphere, right? Because it's out there forever. Mm-hmm. There's certain artists who have given themselves to the Lord and can still go back and perform those same songs that they did in the past because it was, not on no negative shit. I don't really think that Kid and Play really did anything that was really negative. They were having fun. They were kids.
They didn't, but I know whichever one it was, I think it was Salt. Salt didn't want to perform Push It for a long time.
Right. Yeah.
I'm like,
they try to change.
That's what they want us for.
Right. So, and that shit's mild. When you look at the WAP song from the Chicks and
right.
PP Cocaine.
Mm-hmm.
Whew, if y'all haven't heard PP Cocaine, please go do it.
I showed the homie that shit the other day. That nigga was like, wow.
Yeah, please go do it. Please go check it out if you haven't seen it yet, for sure.
They said, I'm a little cum slut.
I'm a little cum slut, man. All right, so real quick, man, before we get out of here, NBA predictions. I know you're not an NBA fan like that, but you got the Lakers or the Clippers coming out of the West.
Laker.
Is that
that's just because I'm a Laker.
Okay, that's what I was gonna ask. Not because you've been following the season and and you feel like you watch them and they're gonna win, just because that's what you're going for.
Just because I've been indoctrinated in the Laker hoodism in my household, and I just don't. It's probably been 4 years I haven't followed basketball consistently. Watched at least the playoffs.
That nigga, you sure? I think it's closer to like 8 years, but it's all good.
Playoffs? I would at least watch the playoffs if I didn't watch regular season.
I get it. I'm like that with football. Niggas in tights, all day long and shit. It ain't.
Who you got?
I mean, I'm preferring the Lakers because that's what I really want, but it's difficult, man, because I don't know which Laker team is going to show up.
Right.
I really don't.
Yeah, I've been catching the highlights. I'll probably watch the rest of the playoff season at this point.
Well, man, the Unaspiring Rapper podcast, we're going to get our shit 100% tight. Pause. As far as the podcast.
We was doing real good, 210. We was doing real good.
Let me get that shit right. But, just thanks for rocking out with us. And shout out to everybody and all the new subscribers. We got a few over the weekend. The Unaspiring Rapper podcast. For an Unaspiring Rapper podcast, teach this stuff, man.
I ain't hear you.
That nigga look like Hassan Campbell.
Please don't compare me to that nigga. Hassan Campbell.
Cam McBeal.
No, Ninja Turtle nose ass nigga.
The Unaspiring Rapper podcast, y'all. We out.